Yes, I got my mic on. Yeah. So cool. I'm gonna open up my channel so I can see your uh or if anybody comes in and says anything. I'm just messing around. So this week, is it this week? Yeah, this week we got Koala Pack or whatever. I've already made my song and submitted it. Totally different song, but I just was touching some of the samples that I hadn't really put my hands on. That sounds terrible. Let me rephrase that. I am just messing around with a couple samples, just trying stuff out, see what happens. But this is one. It's from a person named Fathead, or is it Fat Heat? Oh, I'm sorry, I said Fathead. It's Fat Heat. Pause. Um. Anyway, Fat Heat made this sample. Let me see if I can share it with you. Which sounds like a cool bass line. Then he got a nice little bass sample in there. He packed a lot in this little sample. Couple like horn stabs. Okay, that's enough of that. We heard you. We heard it. Um, yes, I'm running Ecamm live. I am doing the trial version to see how it goes. So I figure I would do a couple tests, and this is one of them. I've done one with the vocals, so now I know that you should be hearing me clear. I've done the sound, obviously, and to make sure that works. And it's pretty simple what I'm going to be using it for. I don't want to do a whole lot of lives all the time, but I do want to do it occasionally when I want to just record a song and just kind of show you the process of making some music, particularly on in Ableton. But here, I'll open this for you so you can see it too. Get rid of that. So you can see right here, I can just record into Koala also. Is Koala showing up on there? I don't know if it's like, if it doesn't, why did it go black? Weird. Sorry about that. I guess for some reason when I open something else, I don't know if it's because I'm in the trial mode, if it goes black like that. It's a little weird. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. So we are testing. It could be something about maybe the trial version doesn't allow you to run multiple screens when recording or something. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Entire screen, current application. Oh, you know what? Entire screen. I'm switching a setting here to entire screen. I want to see if that'll work. So let's see. There we go. That's all I had to do is one setting. So now you can see what I was actually showing you, which is I could just record right into Koala. So this is the Mac version, if you're wondering, and I have it set to record all my audio. So usually I just do it on instruments, but I have it on all the sources so that I could run other instruments like, so I can just record right into Koala if I want to, because sometimes it's fun, to just record into Koala and do like a basic starter thing and then send it out. Or if there's something I want to mix together really quickly, check, two, check, check, and then mix it, check, check, whatever that's supposed to be. But anyway, so this is kind of fun having Koala at your access, and I wanted to make sure that I had it where you could see it on the screen because otherwise that black was kind of weird. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna leave mine set to record the entire screen. That way, no matter where I move stuff, you should be able to see it. So let me go back to this. So anyway, this was the sample. I played it, and then what I do is just, you can drop a MIDI track here and literally just drop the sample in. And then if you go to slice, it's automatically set to transients. You can adjust the transients however you want, percentage wise, or you could do beats, or you could do region. It's all right here, or manually do it if you want to. I'm gonna go back to transients, and I'm gonna get rid of this track, and then I'll show you what I did. So then I chopped it up. So here's my choppings. I'm at 84%. Right, so there it is. And then what I did, I'm gonna turn this drums off, is I just played it in how I felt like it sounded best. So to a metronome. And then just a simple, so basically I created a bass line with a couple horn jabs, which I could get rid of the horn jabs, whatever, just messing around. So then I threw these drums across. These are some funk drums from Addictive Drums. So I'm just grabbing different MIDI presets because I didn't feel like drumming nothing. Alright, so you get the point. Then I go into my mixer, which is right here, and I have on my drum bus, let me go to my drum bus. You can see I have a holla at the end. I got, but you can use, most of this stuff right here is right in Ableton. This transient shaper was a free one. I think I can't remember where I got it off of Gumroad, but I can't remember the person. So that was free. And you can randomize that, or I just leave it the same the way I like it. And then I set that on there, maximize it, and turn up the send just to help the drums. And sometimes I don't even use this drum thing because I'm not even doing drums half the time. But when I do use drums, that's what I do. And these are just MIDI sequences. You can make this yourself. This one has a close hat, but it's not. Let me see if it's, there you go. So that's it. And then just so then you can start adding. Let's mess with some more samples. So now we're going to use Cash sample. See what he has in here. Transpose that thing. This sample is crazy loud too. Let me see if I can just, you know what, just turn the gain down. There we go. Like 60 dB. I don't like my sample too loud because then I can't, it's like I'm doing more mixing, trying to fix it. I can always adjust it little by little. I feel like there's too many regions in here. Let's do like, yeah, something like that. I don't like where the regions are placed, so we're gonna go, let me just find a different sample. Let me see what this other one is. Cash did. So you just drop one in. Valley Star. Good to see you, man. So I'm not a sample first guy typically, but I'm just messing around. This bass sample is kind of nice, so I thought it just worked out, and then we'll just build around it. I'm typically gonna go find the instrument and try to play something in, just because that's where my mind goes when it comes to music. What kind of piano would I use? Maybe some Rhodes. So I'm gonna grab some Rhodes real quick, see what comes across. What's up, Crazy Wabbit? Good to see you. I'm gonna go to Scalar. Scalar just dropped a new thing. I'm gonna use it actually. Why not? So let's see. Go down to make this quick. I will go to plugins and use the Scalar. Where's Scalar? Scalar music. There we go. It's called Detect. So I'm gonna throw it on a track real quick, and the only reason I'm doing this is to see if I can figure out I could sit here and try to figure it out manually, but why? I'm just going to throw this in, see what key it detects. It detects D minor, which is ironic that I'm in D minor. Okay, so there we have it. Scalar Detect is basically part of Scalar. It's already built in, but they made like this little low CPU version, I guess, that you can just drop in and detect MIDI real quick or scales or stuff. So, all right, so it's in D minor. I did not pitch this sample down, and I'm just playing. So we're already in D minor, so cool. Let me see if I can come up with some chords. Let's go back. All right, and then beauty here is just hit MIDI capture and see what you come up with, or see if there's something in there that you can start with, I guess. I wonder if I scooch this over here. Yeah, I can capture more. Let's just see what. So let's start there, and then let's see where this goes. There we go. That'll work. So MIDI capture, like audio capture, like loop back stuff, is a special thing in my opinion, because sometimes I just want to jam, and jamming kind of gives me or takes me places sometimes that maybe I wouldn't go if I sat down and strategically just came up with some chords that just fit. And you can get some raw material and then take that material and build yourself a chord progression or whatever you want to do. It's up to you. Sometimes I'm very much like a free jazz person where I'll build something that's consistent. Maybe it's the drums, and then everything else will be kind of wherever I want it to take it, you know? So just exploring more. I find more joy in that than sitting around trying to be. I could do the cookie cutter four chord progression or 8 chord progression, but I like something about being playing more free. It's kind of cool. And then I might do 8 here, but then I might go over and do another 8 and change up and do something different. But this will get you going. So I'm using Rhodes. Let's use some Omnisphere because I know that's the hot topic right now. So we'll put some Omnisphere in here. Maybe find something that's a good lead. Different ways to find it, obviously, depending on what you're looking for. And then retro vibes, maybe. And they don't tell you, hey, this is a lead, obviously, but you can figure that out. Maybe you want to use something. You know what? Actually, I want a guitar on here. Sorry, guys. I was like, I want Omnisphere. We use Omnisphere. I've been using it for days now, so I just want to go find some guitars. And obviously, I would encourage anybody to play the guitars. That's the best way, but ain't nothing wrong with grabbing a 335 sometimes when you don't have the money to have every guitar. At least one guitar, right? That I would pull out is this one. And they saturate this thing with so much, I think that's reverb. So I'm going to pull the... I actually don't mind where it was, just turn the size down. So there's not so much reverb. All right, cool. Too much not enough chord play in here to give me some space to run this guitar, so it's starting to sound a little congested. You can go into types, adjust, and grab a lead guitar. We'll just go with like something like that. So they got amps in here. You can turn, sometimes I turn these amps off, just depends. Or you can just run, like I'll stack an amp, so I'll have that, and then I'll grab Amplitude. Let me see. And then I have the Fender collection, because I like Fender. And I'll just put like a twin reverb over it, which is cool. It just gives it... But if it gets to be crazy, then you might have to go in and dial back. Oh, I didn't mean to change the amp. Just dial back some of these settings in here. Settings in here. Turn the master back. Okay, let's see. So let's look at these, what I played in here, just to see. So maybe we can make another version of this. And this version, we would get rid of a lot of the runs. This is where the chord detector could come in handy, I guess. I mean, I know I'm in the key, what key I'm in, but maybe if it can detect, let's see if it can, how it does with this MIDI. I'll just drop it in and see if it, am I not able to drop it in? I surely don't want to record this in. But I guess we could set it up and go with the keys track, hit record. Okay, so what is it saying? I'm playing. This is helpful when you're just jamming because you may not even remember what you played. So A minor with the E in the bass. And then, where did it go? G minor. And then G minor with a D in the bass. Okay. So this is one way to do music. You can do it this way, or you could just find where you want to be. Either way, works fine for me. Sometimes I get real intricate like this, but not often anymore. So G. Let's create an intro while we figure the rest of this out. I think the intro, just gonna do that right there, it's fine. All right, that'll work. So there's the intro. Notice I did not play that to a specific time because I really don't mind not doing that. I just wanted something that would intro it in. I may make this shorter. Depends on what I feel, because I'm going off of feel more than I am off of where it's placed or what it does. So let's see. Let's just see how that goes into this track here. That's too long of a wait. Unless I'm going to throw some in between, which I'm not. So let's back this up here a little bit. All right, and then we can make it a little short. We'll just do a 5-bar intro. Cool. And all we're doing is just making a little simple intro. Just something to kind of lead into it. And we could have a drum fill that comes in right here. Okay, so the timing is so different. So what it's doing is it's changing the timing up here because I didn't record it exactly to that. So it was 89, I believe. So just short, just put your timing where you want it. So let's grab a fill real quick. I'm just going to grab a fill from here. So let's see. Which one do I want? You could choose to listen or not. Let's try this one just because it looks cool. So all I'm doing is just grabbing some MIDI note fills. I'm not even going to listen to them if I'm being honest. I'm just going to plop it down right here and roll with it and see what it sounds like. But if I don't like it, then I'm just going to go in and change some stuff. Like I don't care for this right here. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. This is okay. I'm gonna get rid of it though. Just see what that sounds like. Okay. Now, I'm not sure I like these little stabs here, so I think I'm gonna move them down. Something interesting. I'm just picking a different part of the samples. So I like that. All right, let's make this song a little bit longer. So we're gonna do something different here. Watch this. This is one thing you can do. All right, so I like the way this sounds here, but I want this to play just at the end. So I want this to play twice, is what I'm saying. And then, or 3 times, and then play this. So we're just gonna duplicate this over. And then same thing here. So we're gonna have 16, because I prefer to have 16. Now I would normally go back in and play these two here. So they're different, but for the sake of time, this is what it is. So you'll hear this. So there's some repetitive going on in there to keep your attention. And then there's some parts where it's like, wait, what is that? It changes a little bit. That's good for the listener. In fact, on this one, you could make it unique, and maybe this particular... Maybe change this one. Change that one up. Maybe drop that one there. So that way it's just a little different than this previous one. And then the listener only, every 8th bar, you're catching something different. So it's a little, let's see what that sounds like. Yeah, it's so subtle that the listener really don't really notice the difference that much, to be honest with you. All right, cool. So I'm just making a track in front of you, basically, is what I'm doing. That's the whole goal, is to go Ecamm Live, make tracks. Sometimes I'll do it in Koala. Sometimes I'll do it in Ableton. I showed this earlier, if you came in a little late, that I can open up Koala and record right into it. Because this is the Mac version. So I can set my input and output on this, which is really nice. If I want to record wherever, use different instruments, whatever, I can do that. So that'll be fun to mess with a little bit when I'm not doing something in Ableton. Ableton houses, I mean, just a nice, easy workflow for me to get going. And some people want to know why I don't work over here, because I don't typically work in loops. I'm only doing this for this video. Typically what I'm doing is I take my bar up here, set it from 1 to like 32, and I'll play for literally 32 bars something, and then that's how I create. So and the reason why is it forces me not to make a loop. It forces me to step out and push my boundary a little bit so I'm not doing the same old loops. Because that's when I get bored with music and I end up not doing it. So I'm trying not to bore myself. And so, yeah. So I know you go to most people's channels and they're going to probably do the same old thing where they give you, they show you how to make a quick 4-bar or 8-bar loop, and then they just duplicate it. And you might see me do a little bit of that occasionally if I'm making some type of funk pop music or something, but most of the time I'm not. I'm going to explore. So just be ready for that if you want to check that out. Good to see you guys, my regular folk in the chat. It's really cool, and I appreciate the support. And it looks like everybody clicked the like button, so that's nice. Appreciate that. Let me see if I can click it myself. Yeah, there we go. Gotta support yourself, I guess. And Addictive Drums, to me, like, you don't need every kit, but if you can get the jazz stuff, if you can get the funk, the R&B, modern soul R&B stuff, the percussive stuff, and I use the mallet stuff when I'm making something for like soundtrack type music. But yeah, any of those work. And there's all kinds of cool techniques you can use. You can bring other people's MIDI in. If you like some drums from another thing that you found, just strip the MIDI audio out and then put it in for your track, and then adjust the MIDI. That's an easy way to create drums if you're not a drummer. You don't need to be a drummer technically. Or you can build a loop like so. Control and Command M. And then if you have some simple drumming, if you want to do that, it's not complicated to do. Or you can just do this and draw it in if you're put them on the, put your notes there and duplicate them. So it's really simple to do. It's nothing complicated, guys. Maybe you start that and then you play in the rest. Right? So you could just an idea. All right. Different ways to create, depending on what your skill level is and where you're at in music. Find your level and just roll with it. When I'm sampling, it's usually not like this that you see here. Let's get rid of scalar detect. I'm usually doing something where I'm stretching the sample, and that's super easy to do in here. Might be cool in this one is a funk guitar, like a Stratocaster type thing. Let's go here. Ample sound. I don't use my Strat as much because I'm more interested typically in playing like a jazz sound, but the Strat can be fun. There's some delay on this guitar, which I don't want, so let me find that. Well, here's this. Let's turn the size down. I think this is the echo right here. I'm just going to turn the echo off. But you can adjust the echo's tempo, and yeah, I'm not trying to do all that. Now, the way I played these chords, I would have to go back in and probably change this up if I want to make it sound a little different. I was thinking I could just duplicate those. Yeah, something like that. Duplicate this. And we'll just remove that. It's pretty simple. This is like the stuff people don't want to do in the DAW, and I usually don't do this. I'm only doing this to copy. If you don't want to play it again, the best way to do it is play it again. Let me be honest. Something like that. I don't care if they're perfectly on because I don't want them to be, because I want it to sound like I played it, obviously. I did. Let's see what it sounds like. Okay, so then over here, I might leave this the same because I kind of like it. But then maybe when I get over here, all this little run stuff could go. And what we could do is just stretch out the chord. Extend the chord out. So we're making a variation that's similar to this one, but different. And the reason is because I just don't want it to be the same. That's the reason why. But anyway, so... Let me add in something. Copy, go over here, right click, paste. Keyboard. So the keyboard monitor is a cool little app. And the reason why I'm using it is I'm trying to put it in every track. I need to remember to do that. But it's nice to give you a visual. So we'll drop that one in. It gives you a visual. What I'm actually playing, so you can see it, because you can't see me playing the keyboard, and I don't want to do a whole camera just to show you the keyboard. That's a waste of time. All right, cool. So I think that'll be nice. And so you can see what notes, what chords. You can see the modulation wheel. See, I'm moving it right there. Or if I do the pitch bend. So he put an indicator on there. I can move this up here, make it larger for you. But for now, if you want to look down here, just look down here, see what notes I'm doing, if that matters to you. Otherwise, typically I keep the guitar up, and you can... You can see on the guitar too what I'm doing. Let's go back to the keys. Alright, so let's... Okay, well, I think I'm gonna end it. We lost a few people, but which is okay. I know a lot of people don't want to watch somebody play without seeing them on camera playing. I get it. I'm just not at the point where I want to invest in a ton of cameras right now when I don't think I'll be going live all the time. I probably will be doing it maybe once a week. I don't always have a lot of time to do live stuff. And I'll still be doing my videos, so check those out. Those are usually, 10 minutes or less. So this was just a test to see if this Ecamm Live will work. Um, but I don't know, again, how much I want to get involved. I know I can show my camera, my face, but I'm not interested in that. I want my videos to be more about the music and less about me as a person. Um, so I think that's the way I'm going for now. Appreciate everyone who stopped in. Appreciate everyone who hit the like button for me. And yeah, we'll get up out of here. I'll let you guys just listen to what we did or what I did, I guess. Here we go. That's it, guys. I'm out. Until the next one.